Hello and welcome back for another clarinet tutorial from Nottingham Music Excellence. So I'm going to play Schools Out from the Grade 4 clarinet book ABRSM, and this is by James Collis. Quite a fun piece to play this. As well as playing the music, I'm going to talk about the music and give you a short tutorial on the detail of the music. And I'm also going to give you two play-along sections as well. And I'm going to let you play along with me and the metronome from bar 20 to 42 at a reduced tempo, just to practice that really carefully. And then I'm going to run the piano accompaniment for you to play along with the whole thing by yourself. Hope you enjoy the video. Here we go. So I think we can say this is a bit of a mixed bag of difficulties. The opening two lines is quite tricky to fit with the piano. And then you've got that section from 25 onwards, which is sort of tricky around around the break notes and knowing which lefts and right keys to use and things like that. So that's quite tricky. And then on the last line, you've got that arpeggio coming down too. So you've got to get that right as well. So a mixed bag of difficulty, and then to contrast that, you've got this really easy tune in the middle, which any probably grade 2 or 3 player could play. Okay, so let's go over this opening two lines then. So we've got a loud chord on the first beat, so you don't play anything, loud chord on the piano, and then your big hurrah moment, as it says there on the score. And then as you cross over the break there on bar 1, 2, 3, 4, you've got to be careful. It kind of looks like there's a step, like a break in the notes, but musically there isn't really a break, is there? I'm doing this with a pupil at the moment, and that did cause a few problems to try and get that smooth down to the E there without having a noticeable step. So practice that carefully. Maybe if you do the A, B and the C with your standard kind of C major fingering, so all the fingers down for B, and then you've got the next note already covered, you've got the C already down, and then it's just a matter of getting to that E without sort of flapping around too much. So try and minimize all the key work there. Don't let it become a bit of a fight. And then we've got the accented notes. And if you get through to there okay, then the next section is rather easy. But although the notes are a little bit easier, you've still got that important feature of those like hairpin crescendos going up and down there, so you've got to stick those in with the neat precise tonguing as well. Again, another scale passage there. I think perhaps just slightly easier this one than the first one. So try and get that in there. And then we're into this next section at 25. Now this is a little bit fiddly here. So there are a couple of ways around you can do this. So you can play your A, B, C, or A, right hand B to left hand C. I think I prefer what I would call like your standard C major finger in there really. So A, all the fingers down for B, and then I've got my next note already down, then I've got the C key already down. So I think I would go for that one personally, rather than swapping from A to right hand to left hand and all that kind of thing. And then moving on to bar 31, 32, 33. This is where it gets a little bit more fiddle, isn't it? So you're starting on the B flat. So I would go for a left hand D flat there, so mark that on. I think it's easier rather than doing that probably. And then A flat. So left hand C to E flat there. Now there, I think I would probably prefer to do a right hand D flat there. I think I prefer that just for that bar. Just helps me to minimize my fingerwork down, and then go back to my A, B, C, what I would call again my C major fingering. So try and work all that out. I think don't leave it to chance whatever you do. It's one of those pieces that you can, as teachers, you'll hear pupils coming back every week and kind of making the same mistakes and the same wrong keys. And so write on your lefts and your rights, write on the music which way you're going to do it, and just practice it really slowly and carefully. And then we're back onto the nice kind of easy cheesy tune again. So we've got all that going on again as before, but then at the bottom of the page, ooh, nasty little, so we've got a left, right, left going on there. So A flat, E flat, left hand C. And I think what makes that quite tricky for young players is you don't really get any time to think about that. There's no kind of rest before that bar. And it's at the end of the piece, you're just straight into it. And also, you know, top C, grade 4, that might be your top note. You know, you might not be able to handle anything higher than that. So quite tricky that. So all in all, I think this is quite a fun piece to play. It's quite a nice and quirky little tune. But there are some definite pitfalls in this. It's not an easy piece. So got to really work on those first two lines with the piano. Work on your fingering with that middle section. And then just watch that last line. Okay, so over to the play along section now. I'm going to play that tricky section from 25 through to 42. And I'm going to play it with a metronome at a steady speed of 72 beats per minute. See if you can play this along with me and get it really in time with me. This should set you up for good progress. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay, I hope you found that useful. If you can get that really accurate with me at that speed, then hopefully it won't be too difficult to just notch up the tempo a little bit more. Okay, so over to the piano accompaniment play along now. See if you can play along with the piano accompaniment yourself. Now I have inserted some extra clicks here from bar 2 to bar 7, and I've inserted a click on the crotchet beat. So as you're playing your top C, as soon as you hear click, the first click, then you know you've got to do da-da-dum and get to that E on the next click. Hope all that makes sense as you play along. And have a go, play along with that yourself and see if you can get it really accurate. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that's it for Schools Out. I hope you found that really useful. If you did, of course, then click that like button. Let me know in the comment section how you're getting on with Grade 4 Clarinet. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye!